Our first honoree is the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. And how exciting we have that new museum going up over on the mall. It's now in its centennial year, and ASALH has its national headquarters here in our neighborhood, where the organization continues founder Carter G. Woodson's mission to, quote, speak a fundamental truth to the world, that Africans and peoples of African descent are makers of history and co-workers in what W.E.B. Du Bois called the kingdoms of culture.
The founding of ASALH was the inspiration of Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the father of Black history. Dr. Woodson ended up at the 50th anniversary of emancipation. There was a fantastic celebration in Chicago. And after seeing individuals who he felt did not know enough about their history, Dr. Woodson and 4 of his friends went over to the Wabash Y in Chicago and founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, with the idea that they would research, publish, and disseminate information about the contributions of African Americans.
The newly formed organization began distributing its work by publishing the Journal of Negro History and the Negro History Bulletin.
The association kind of bridges two worlds. It bridges the academic world, the world of the universities, and it bridges the Black community. So when Woodson founded this association, it was his effort to bring those two worlds together to share in this knowledge.
Dr. Woodson had done all this work, and in 1926, he came up with a theme and said that we should establish a week-long celebration where, after studying Black history on this theme all year, that we will celebrate what we have learned.
The celebration took place in February because it was the month in which both Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass were born. In 1976, the week-long celebration would be extended to the entire month of February as a time to recognize African American history and achievement. It is now known as Black History Month.
When Dr. Woodson founded the organization in 1915, he had not expected that his organization would be needed forever. He thought that once our history and our culture were included, the study of American history and culture, then there would be no need for his organization. But we still are relevant today because we all know that the history of African Americans and people of African descent have not been incorporated into the history books the way it should be. Certainly we're better off than we were 100 years ago. But we still need the organization because we're able to get more of that history out there.
Today, ASALH continues its founding mission through supporting Black history dialogues every day. Its signature national programs are the annual Black History Month Luncheon, which draws more than 1,000 people to Washington, D.C., and the annual National Conference, which just celebrated its centennial meeting in September.
What I am really the most proud of is that we have about 30 branches that are across this nation, 3 of them right here in Washington, D.C., and others in the greater Washington, D.C. area, that put on programs that study local history, that bring the community out to celebrate just the fantastic contributions that African Americans have had in this community. And it goes across racial lines. There's something out there for everyone, and we encourage everyone to find a branch of the association and help to promote our history that way.
Good evening. How is everyone? I am Nikki DeJesus Sertsu. Am I using this or? Never mind. I'm member of the Historical Society's Board of Trustees. Sylvia Cyrus, the Historical Society presents the Making DC History Award for Distinction in Historic Achievement to the Association for the Study of African American Life and History as an essential colleague in preserving and telling the stories of Washington, D.C. Congratulations. On behalf of the officers and members of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, I would like to thank the board and advisory council of the Historical Society of Washington, D.C. for presenting us with the Making D.C. History Award for distinction in historical achievement. We are honored to join the other honorees, current and former, for this wonderful event. This organization, as you heard, was founded 100 years ago, and we consider this honor a part of our, the wonderful events that are happening as a part of our centennial. As you heard, we have 3 branches here in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. has been integral to our history from our inception. On October 2nd, 1915, at 10:49 a.m., we were incorporated here in Washington, D.C. I am delighted to be joined at this occasion by our current president, Dr. Darrell Scott, who is a historian and a scholar, a history professor at Howard University, and particularly delighted to be able to present you with our incoming president, Dr. Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham, whose history in this association dates back to her childhood when her father actually edited the Black History Bulletin, which was then the Negro History Bulletin that you saw in the video. We just want to say thank you for recognizing the achievements of this organization. We want to thank you for recognizing DC history. Members of the DC community have been important to our membership, supporters, and for moving our mission to research, publish, disseminate the culture, history of African Americans and people around the world. Thank you, and have a seat. I forgot the most important part. Congratulations.